All right, yes, thank you very much for staying with us and joining us once again on this channel, Sports 70GH. It's always a great pleasure to have you join us. We are going to look at some, I think about four or five Nigerian players or players with Nigerian descent who can play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria under coach Eric Chile. Yes, these players are doing very, very well in Europe, playing for various clubs. We are going to give you the details of these players and how good we think they can improve the Nigerian Super Eagles team going forward, especially as Nigeria looks to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and then at the World Cup itself, we'll look to have a lot of impact at the World Cup. But don't forget that in the history of the Super Eagles, there has been some players who have switched nationality, and they've been very, very, very good for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Of course, Maduka Okoye is not someone a lot of people are happy with, but then he was born in Düsseldorf, Germany, to an Igbo Nigerian father and a German mother, and he switched nationality to play for Nigeria Super Eagles as a goalkeeper. He made his international debut in October 2019 as a substitute in a friendly match against Brazil and was part of the 2021 AFCON Nations Cup squad. Now, the likes of Sami Ayeji was also born in England, switched nationality to play for Nigeria Super Eagles, and he's been a key figure of the Super Eagles currently as I speak to you. Captain of the side, William Trust Akon, was born in Netherlands to a Dutch mother, Eleanor Trust, and a Nigerian father. And he is currently the captain of the Super Eagles, has since played over 70 games for the Super Eagles. His tally of 5 goals at the AFCON is the current record for the highest number of goals scored by a defender in the history of the African Cup of Nations. Trostekon made his senior international debut for Nigeria in 2012 as a 22-year-old. So in the history of Nigeria Super Eagles, clearly you see that certain players have switched nationality and have become a mainstay of the Super Eagles, have become serious or important players, key players for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. When we go backwards, we can obviously remember players like Balogun, also for Nigeria, Leon Balogun representing Nigeria, even though he was born in Berlin in Germany. And then also we will have the likes of Osazi Odiwinge, a ladies player, fantastic player, Osazi Odiwinge. He became one of the finest strikers to represent Nigeria Super Eagles. And today, as I'm speaking with you, we have the CAF best player in the shape of Ademola Lookman, who represented Nigeria, even though he could have represented England. He switched nationality in 2022 to represent Nigeria when Nigeria were playing versus Ghana in the FIFA World Cup 2022 qualifiers. Even though Nigeria wasn't able to qualify for the FIFA World Cup, he stayed with the team, was present for every game. In the just ended AFCON, in the AFCON 2023, he helped Nigeria to qualify to the finals of the competition. And as I speak to you now, he's a key member, or he's a key member of the Super Eagles, as well as the CAF best player of the year. Now, when this Nigerian striker Ademola Lookman was speaking to Sporty TV, he said that, I think ever since I put on the Super Eagles jersey, it's been fruitful. Lookman said to Sporty TV, we've been, let me just get the full quote for you. We've been able to achieve a lot as a team, and we are still going on as a team. But the camaraderie is something that's very special within the squad. Ever since I joined the Super Eagles, everything has gone upwards for me. This is what Ademola Lookman had to say. He had the option to join the the Three Lions of England or the Nigerian Super Eagles. He joined the Nigerian Super Eagles and has since confirmed that his career has been on the upward trajectory, and indeed that has been the situation. So this background leads me to these players, talking to you about these players who are eligible to play for Nigeria Super Eagles. That look, perhaps if your football is not going the best way you want it, if you switch to, even we have the likes of this defender, Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey was born in Italy and all of that, could have played for Italian national team, but decided to play for the Nigeria Super Eagles, and he's also having a very, very good form and all of that. So these players I'm about to talk to you about can also follow the suit or follow the path of the other players I've already explained. All right, yes, the likes of Trostekona, Ademola Lookman, and maybe they will have the best form of their footballing career, both at club side and at the national team level. So it was important for me to give you this background. Please do also subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell and select all. Leave your thoughts, comment, views, opinions below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a great pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much for staying. The first player who is eligible to play for Nigerian Super Eagles is Lesley Ugochukwu. He was born to Nigerian parents, but then they moved to France. That's Rennes before he was born. So he was born in Rennes, France. So he's eligible to play for French national team as well as Nigerian Super Eagles. Now, Ugochukwu's uncle, Onyekachi Apam, is a former Nigerian international who played for Stade de Rennes. Ugochukwu has said that his uncle inspired him with his career advice. Ugochukwu has been inspired by several childhood heroes, including John Obi Mikel and Claude Michael Lilly. Now, he is currently a Chelsea Football Club player in London, but then they've loaned him to Southampton, and he's playing on loan at Southampton. He has featured for the France under 19 team 9 times. He played for them, scored once. Under 18 he featured 9 times. Under 19 he featured 9 times, scoring 2. And then under 20 he featured once. Under 21 he featured twice. And the French Olympic team 2024 he played for the France Olympic team, and he's still eligible to play for Nigeria Super Eagles because he's not featured for the top or the senior team of the French national team. And he's a quality player. Chelsea spent some amount of money to get him from Rennes, and he's one of the huge potential midfielders to do very well in the upcoming years. So this is one of the players who can play for Nigerian Super Eagles because his 2 parents are all Nigerians. Ugochukwu is a Nigerian name, and clearly you can see that indeed that's the situation. Tosin Adarabioyo is also a player with Nigerian descent. His full name is Abdul Nazel Oluwatosin Oluwadoyen Solami Adarabioyo. Of course, definitely, if I don't get the name right, you forgive me. Born on the 24th of September 1997, 27 years of age, Paddington, London, England. 6 feet 5, that's 1.96 meters, centre back for Chelsea Football Club. Moved to Chelsea Football Club as a free agent from Fulham in the English Premier League. Has played for West Bromwich Albion, played for Manchester City youth team, and all of that. This season he's been a key member of Chelsea Football Club for the Conference League as well as the EPL since the injury of Fofana. He's been there and about for Chelsea Football Club. Has also played for the England under 17, 16, 17, 19 and the rest. He, before the 2022 World Cup, said that he's ready to represent or play for either Nigeria or England at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. But Nigeria didn't approach him this time. Maybe if you look at the quality he's showing for Fulham in the Premier League and for Chelsea this time round, I'm sure he will be a good fit for the Nigerian Super Eagles. Yes, when you go to the back line, the likes of Trostekona will be leaving the scene. So if you are getting 27-year-old Tosin Adarabioyo to add up to your setup, to add up to your defensive numbers, obviously that's going to help. And he's a player who loves to play in the attacking shape. Enzo Maresca at Chelsea plays at the attacking shape, all attacking football. So the new coach of Nigeria, Eric Chile, is also an attacking minded coach, and obviously would love to use a player like Tosin, Adara, Biayo over there. Now, the next player on our list who is eligible to play for the senior national team of Nigeria, the Super Eagles, is Kane Chibiweze Chukwuemeka. Kane is one of the players who was taped to be a great central midfielder or even attacking midfielder. Now, he was playing for Aston Villa. Chelsea coughed out £20 million to get a player from Aston Villa in 2022. £20 million. That's serious amount of money for a very young, talented player. He's just 21 years of age as I speak to you. But he's on loan from Chelsea to Dortmund. All of that happened during the January transfer window. But his quality is never in doubt. A lot of people, a lot of pundits, a lot of footballing coaches have said that this is the next big thing in terms of the creative midfield role of football. And even though it's not going well for him at Chelsea, and if you look at somebody like Ademola Lookman, it wasn't going well for him even at Everton. But then Nigeria got the confidence to naturalize him, and since then his footballing career has been on the upward trajectory. And that's the reason I'm saying that the likes of Kane Chukwuemeka, Lesley, Ugochukwu, who has the huge potential, can actually play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And I'm telling you that they can, in the long run, do very well for the Nigerian Super Eagles and for themselves as players. So currently Ugochukwu is on loan to Dortmund from Chelsea. He could have played, or he can play for Austria, England, and Nigeria. So 3 countries, Austria, England, and Nigeria over there. He was born to Nigerian parents. That's the reason why. And then he was born in Austria and has stayed in England. Is that not it? Yes. He was born in Austria and has stayed in England for a very long time. That's the reason why he can play for these 3 countries. He has played for England under 17 twice, had 2 appearances for them. Under 18 he had 3 appearances, under 19 he had 13 appearances, and under 20 he had 7 appearances. So he has been playing for the England youth teams over there, and we hope that if Nigerian leaders are watching, maybe he will be of interest for them. Now, let me talk to you about the big one. It's Ethan Nwaneri, who is a fantastic player playing for Arsenal Football Club, the senior side of Arsenal. As I'm speaking to you currently, Ethan Nwaneri is doing very, very well for Arsenal. He scored his first goal in the UEFA Champions League, scored a goal versus Manchester City just last weekend, and then also he's been doing very well, getting the goals in the EFL Cup and the rest. He was born in North London. Nwaneri joined the Arsenal Youth Academy, at a young age. He made his Premier League debut against Brentford on September 18, 2022, becoming the youngest ever Arsenal player. Don't forget that he's just 17 years of age, just 17 years, very, very young player. This season, the EFL Cup, that's the Carabao Cup, Ethan Nwaneri has 3 goals in 4 appearances, but Arsenal have been kicked out by Newcastle. All right, in the Premier League, he has 14 appearances. He has 3 goals, scoring versus Manchester City just last weekend. And then also in the UEFA Champions League, he has 1 goal in 5 appearances. He's not started in any of the 5 appearances in the UEFA Champions League, so don't forget that. Now, he's of course born to 2 Nigerian parents also, but then he was born in London. That's the reason why he can represent both England and Nigeria. He's a fast rising young talent, right winger, barely maybe a substitute for Bukayo Saka, and his quality is clear for every Arsenal fan to see, and for every footballing fan to also see that. Of course, he's known for his dribbling, his finishing, his creativity, and long range shots. And that's the goal he scored versus Man City was one of the long range shots. Very, very fast rising player, can play for Nigeria Super Eagles and can play for England. Don't forget that Bukayo Saka himself was eligible to play for either Nigeria or England and decided to play for the English Three Lions. So I think these players are quality players whom, if they join the Super Eagles, will improve the quality of the Super Eagles. But would they be willing to come or not? Time will only tell. But I think that the Super Eagles should do whatever it takes to get these four players